Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Sir.
Only 33 are there. Okay. Let us start with the example. Hope you all have completed the previous example which I have given. Any difficulty in that part?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Have you completed up to response, final response?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Can
sir.
anyone show me such that I can go to the next example of similar kind? We'll take today. Can anyone present it? So, what is your final response? Who will present today? Yes, anyone? Quickly, so that I can move ahead. So, can anyone present it? What the response you have got for the last example? Or how it looks like?
Hello, sir.
Yes, madam. Okay.
Visible?
Yes, but now it is blur again.
No.
Okay. So ours is high pass filter, na?
Yes, sir.
Question which I have given is high pass filter. Okay. So according to the definition, what is its significance or what it has to do? So what high pass filter is doing? Okay, means the high pass filter which allows all the frequencies above cutoff frequency. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Pratiksha Khobre. प्रतीक्षा
Yes, sir.
बहुत जल्दी अटेंडेंस डाल दिया आज बहुत अर्जेंट है क्या और यू वांट टू से समथिंग
सर मैंने नहीं डाला, भोसले ने डाला है.
प्रतीक्षा खोबरे नहीं है क्या भोसले है क्या ना ओके हु
हाँ
इज
सर.
दैट ओके प्रतीक्षा भोसले
सर नंतर रेंज नसते
काही
डिस्कनेक्ट
काळजी
म्हणून
करू
आत्ताच
नका मॅडम
टाकले.
नंतर तुम्ही मेसेज पण करू शकताय मला अटेंडन्सचा काही काळजी करू नका
ठीक
इफ यू
आहे.
पुट मी मेसेज आय विल गिव्ह यू द अटेंडन्स डोंट वरी ऑन दॅट पार्ट फक्त अटेंडन्स साठी लेक्चर अटेंड करण्यासारखे करू नका ट्राय टू लर्न द थिंग्स विच वी आर टीचिंग डोंट वरी अबाउट द अटेंडन्स पार्ट okay what is high pass filter can anyone tell me the answer what is high pass filter simple question I am asking Bhosle madam प्रतीक्षा भोसले. Pratiksha Bhosle, are you there? Okay. Anyone tell me the definition of high pass filter?
The filter which allows passing of higher frequency than cutoff frequency and attenuates the lower frequency.
So that means the filter which passes all the frequencies above cutoff frequency and blocks or attenuates the signal below the cutoff frequency. So that means, so here as per our example, we are expecting some ripples in the, तो पहला क्या रहता है आइडियल केस में यहाँ पे स्टॉप बैंड और पास बैंड. ठीक है. How it looks like? So here the ideal graph of high pass filter is looking like this way.
So screen is not visible.
Screen not okay. Now
Yes, sir.
okay.
Yes, sir.
So here for ideal case for high pass filter the ideal graph will be like this. तो यहाँ पे ऐसा रहता है ना अभी, right? That means this is our stop band and this is our pass band. तो अभी आपका frequency response कैसा expected है? So here we are expecting the signal should pass through this high pass filter. तो high pass filter will be of this way. ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे attenuation रहता है आपका सिग्नल और some like ripples you will get like this. So here how the way or the graph you are getting is like this way some graph you are getting. ठीक है. तो ऐसा ग्राफ मिल रहा है आपको अभी बराबर. Are you getting this way? The nature of graph which you have plotted.
Yes, sir.
आ रहा है ना after cutoff frequency. What is our cutoff frequency here? For that example, what is the cutoff frequency of that example? Yes. So at what frequency the signal is remaining the constant, or after some frequency the signal is remaining the constant. That's again at pi after pi by 2 means at 90 degree your signal is going to be the constant on that part. Okay, let us take same kind of example as most of you are absent on the last lecture. So let me take the same example with a little change. Note down the question. Yes.
90 डिग्री के लिए 0 होगा क्या?
Yes, from 90 degree it's going to be 0. Then it will start. मतलब
लेकिन
0 पे
ओमेगा का वैल्यू 90 पुट किया तो सर एक कांस्टेंट वैल्यू रहता है ना 0.75.
कितना आ रहा है?
0.75 रहता है ना सर वो वहाँ.
कहाँ पे?
हाँ सर. 90 अगर पुट किया इक्वेशन में तो 0.75 रहता है ना.
तो वैल्यू कितना आ रहा है?
0.75 सर.
No, what
90
the
पुट
value?
करेंगे तो.
At 90 you are getting h of e power j omega as, let me check once. Okay, let me check. तो 90 के लिए वैल्यू कितना आ रहा है आपका?
0.75.
0.75.
0.75. Okay. So at 90, no. H of e power j omega is 1.07. And if you take its dB value, it's going to be like 0.58. Exactly 0 नहीं होगा आपका, but it is 0.58. नहीं आया वैल्यू? At 90, what is the value you are getting? Table दिखाओ आपका किसी का. Let me see.
0.75 sir.
No, 0.75 नहीं आएगा. H of e power j omega. 90 degree, it is going, okay, 0.75.
और उसका डीबी में करो तो -2.5 आता है सर.
माइनस 2.5 आ रहा है क्या? ओके
हाँ सर.
हाँ सर.
ओके. मीन्स डायरेक्टली यू कैनॉट गेट लाइक डायरेक्ट जीरो वैल्यू. ठीक है, थोड़ा लाइक नियर टू जीरो वैल्यू यू विल गेट. सो बिकॉज प्रैक्टिकल इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल. बराबर. सो व्हाट आर द वैल्यूज यू आर टेकन फॉर लाइक ओमेगा? क्या क्या वैल्यूज लिए? 0, 10, 20, 80 ऐसा ही लिए क्या?
हाँ सर.
हाँ सर.
90 लिया
Okay.
ही नहीं सिर्फ में.
90 लिए ही नहीं. ओके, देन व्हाट अबाउट 180? So likewise, we need to take the values, ना, like the way how we have taken for the maximum samples. आप जितने samples ज्यादा लेंगे और जितने range ज्यादा लेंगे उतना आप graph smooth आएगा आपका, right? Okay, let us take this today's example such that the others will also understand, and we will go further again. Take the question. We'll understand with this part again. The question is, design a high pass filter. Design a high pass filter. Design a high pass filter with frequency response. Design a high pass filter with a frequency response. With a frequency response. Just note down that HD of e power j omega. HD of e power j omega is equals to 1 for pi greater than or equals to mod omega greater than or equals to pi by 3 and is 0 otherwise. And is 0 otherwise. Find values of h of n. Find values of h of n. Values of h of n at or for n equals to 9. For n equals to 9, and find h of z. And find h of z. Have you noted the question?
Yes sir.
So question is, you need to design an high pass filter for the frequency response HD of e power j omega equals to 1 for pi greater than or equals to magnitude omega greater than or equals to pi by 3 and is 0 otherwise. And you need to calculate the value of h of n for n equals to 9, and you need to also calculate h of z and its frequency response. Okay, now let us solve this first. So why I am taking the same example is this is for other students who have not attended the lecture on that day. So others, please be serious, or else you just understand the steps properly. What is step 1? Solution you write. What is step 1? Can anyone tell me?
No, given desired frequency response.
First, note down the given desired frequency response. Write down that. So first you note down that part. Just note this first. Okay, then what next? What is step 2 again? This is our step 1. What about step 2?
To calculate impulse response.
Step 2, to calculate impulse response, that is HD of n. What is the formula we have? It is, so HD of n equals to 1 by 2 pi integral minus pi to pi HD of e power j omega into e power j omega n d omega. This is the formula we have. Okay. Now here, what will be the limit now? Can anyone tell me? This will be equals to this 1 by 2 by will remain as it is. What about the limit part? Or else let us, for clarifying again, for the better understanding, we'll draw the graph here, graphical representation of the given desired frequency response. So how can I plot it? Can anyone tell me? इसका प्लॉट कैसा रहेगा? See HD of omega e power j omega with respect to omega again. So how the plot will look like? Yes, anybody? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How the plot will look like here again?
Minus pi to minus pi by 3, 1 and pi by 3 to pi 1.
Okay, so it is, as the value is magnitude, so minus pi to minus pi by 3, its amplitude is 1. Then again, here also same case, that is pi by 3 to pi is the another value. Okay, its amplitude goes 1. Now, so in that case, what will happen to the value of HD of n? So HD of n is equals to, I can write it as 1 by 2 pi. With first value, what we will get? Integral limit is, what is the first limit?
Minus pi to minus pi by 3.
Minus pi to minus pi by 3. Its value is 1 into e power j omega n into d omega. Then plus integral pi by 3 to pi by 3 to pi 1 into e power j omega n into d omega. Just simplify this, get the answer. So if anybody is having any questions, please ask me. So how do you simplify this? Again, we will simplify it like this, like 1 by 2 pi into integration of e power j omega n is again e power j omega n divided by Jn with the limit minus pi to minus pi by 3 plus, again it is e power j omega n divided by Jn with the limit pi by 3 to pi. Okay, or else this, if you simplify this, let it is 1 by 2 pi Jn, I will take it outside. Inside the bracket, write it as e power minus j pi by 3 n, then minus e power minus j pi n plus e power j pi n, then minus e power j pi by 3n. Now you can write the sine function formula for this. So what is the function here? Yes. Now again, what I can do here, I can write it as, what is the final answer? Anybody?
1 upon pi n in bracket sin pi n minus sin pi by 3n.
So hd of n equals to, we'll get it as sin pi n minus sin pi n by 3 divided by pi n. So this is the value of hd of n we got. Okay. Let us call it as equation 1. So anybody is having any confusion here? Like how I am getting this equation 1? Hope you all have understood.
Yes, sir.
Can I move to the next step? Can I move to the next step?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then what is our step 3? Or before going to step 3, still what we need to do? We need to calculate the values of h of this hd of n values we need to calculate, or we need to truncate it. क्या करना है अभी? You just tell me.
First we have truncated it.
Okay. So first we are going to truncate the function. Let me go to the next step. Let's write step 3. What is step 3? Step 3 is truncating the value. Step 3, truncating the value. What we are going to write? The formula for truncating is, क्या formula है?
H of n
हाँ,
H d of n for
h of n
minus
equals
1
to
upon
hd of n for magnitude of n is less than or equals to n minus 1 by 2. ठीक है, तो इसके लिए अभी what is the value of n? We will write hd of n for magnitude n less than or equals to, n का वैल्यू कितना है आपका? n का वैल्यू क्या है यहाँ पे?
9.
9 है. So 9 minus 1, 8. 8 by 2, it is 4. ठीक है. So hd of n के लिए इतने वैल्यूज कैलकुलेट करना है हमें. So first, let us calculate the values for -4 to +4. तो पहला क्या करेंगे अभी? फर्स्ट लेट अस कैलकुलेट इट n इक्वल्स टू 0. तो अभी ये वैल्यू आप लोग कैलकुलेट करके बताओ मुझे. एट n इक्वल्स टू 0, व्हाट विल हैपन फॉर एचडी ऑफ n? तो यहां पे अपना एचडी ऑफ n ये वैल्यू है. सो एचडी ऑफ n इक्वल्स टू व्हाट इज द वैल्यू वी आर हैविंग इज sin pi n minus sin pi by 3n divided by pi n is there. So if I want to calculate at n equals to 0, what I will write, like h of n is equals to, I'm going to write a limit n tends to 0 for sin pi n by pi n minus limit n tends to 0 for sin pi by 3 n divided by pi n. This is equals to, what is the value? Yes. So as this
0.67.
is 1 minus. So we need to convert this into the sin theta by theta format. So for that, what I need to do here? So I need to divide and multiply by the value. What? What should be the
1 by
value
3.
here? 1 by 3 into sin pi by 3n divided by pi n by 3. So therefore, we'll get the value of h of n equals to, h of n is equals to, we'll get it as 1 minus 1 by 3, which is equals to, what is the value? 0 point, कितना था value उसका?
67.
हाँ?
0.66.
0.66. So likewise, calculate the other values at n equal, this is 0, na? Okay. This is at 0. Then what we will write, like x of 1 is equals to h of minus 1, h of 2 is equals to h of minus 2, h of 3 is equals to h of minus 3. So then h of 4 is equals to h of minus 4. The total samples are 9. So now this is equals to, क्या वैल्यू आ रहा है h of 1 का?
Minus 0.275.
It is minus 0.275. Okay. Minus 0.275. Then
minus 0.137.
it is minus 0.137. Next,
0.
0.
0. Then next,
Minus 0.0689.
minus or plus? You just check once.
Plus.
Plus, sir, plus.
It is plus. ठीक है, 0.0689. आ गए वैल्यू सबके ये?
हाँ sir.
Yes, sir.
Any difficulty here to calculate this? So what is the next step? What is next step? Step 4. What is step 4?
Transfer function.
To find the transfer function. So let us go to step 4. that is to find transfer function. Step 4 it is transfer function. So what is the formula we are having for a transfer function? H of z equals to, what is the formula?
H of 0 plus summation
It is h of 0
n is
plus summation. Yes? Anybody? N equals to 1 to n minus 1 by 2 into h of n multiplied with z to the power n plus z to the power minus n. Okay. So now here, according to the given question, the value of n is 9. So summation n equals to 1 to कितना आएगा वैल्यू यहाँ पे 4. h of n multiplied with z to the power n plus z to the power minus n. And then again further we can simplify it as h of 0 plus h of 1 into z power 1 plus z power minus 1 plus h of 2 into z power 2 plus z power minus 2 plus h of 3 into z power 3 plus z power minus 3, and plus last one is again h of 4 into z power 4 plus z power minus 4. Now this equals to, what is value of h of 0? H of 0 value is 0.66.
66.
0.66 or 66? Okay, it is 66. Plus h of 1 is how much? It is minus 0.2756 multiplied with z power 1 plus z power minus 1 plus h of 2 is minus again. So 0.137 multiplied with z power 2 plus z power minus 2. h of 3 का value 0 है, so I can leave that part, and lastly I can write h of 4. So this part is 0, so I'm going to write it as 0. Then again it is 0.0689, which is multiplied by z to the power 4 plus z to the power minus 4. Have you understood this? Any difficulty
Yes,
in
sir.
understanding this? So please others also give me the response. If anybody is having any doubts, please ask me questions. So for you people only, I am taking the repeat example with slight variation. Otherwise, I plan to take the today new topic. So I thought without understanding this, you can't move further again. Any difficulty here?
no, sir.
Okay. Let me go again. What is the next step? Step 5. What is step 5? 5. Step 5 क्या है आपका? You need to remember all the steps here now. What is step 5? Step 5. What is step 5? Yes?
Convert above transfer function to realizable transfer function.
Convert above transfer function to the realizable transfer function. Right? So that we are writing it as realizable transfer function. Okay. So what is the formula for that? H dash of z is equals to z to the power minus n minus 1 by 2 multiplied with h of z. Okay. So this is equals to z to the power minus 4 multiplied with h of z. What is h of z here? 0.66. What next? Minus 0.275 multiplied with z to the power 1 plus z to the power minus 1. The next minus 0.137 multiplied with z to the power 2 plus z to the power minus 2. Then plus 0.0689, which is multiplied with z to the power 4 plus z to the power minus 4. So let me close this bracket. Now this is equals to, we'll multiply the z to the power minus 4 inside the bracket. So with that, we can write it as 0.66 into z to the power minus 4 minus 0.275 z power 1 multiplied with z power minus 3. So what we'll get here? Z power minus 3 minus 0.275 into z to the power minus 4 minus 0.137 into z power minus 2 minus 0.137 into z to the power z to the power z to the power, what we will write? Minus 6. Okay. Plus 0.0689 plus 0.0689 into z power minus 8. Let's call it as equation 2. Have you understood this?
Yes, sir.
Any problem?
Yes, sir.
Any difficulty in understanding this? काही डिफिकल्ट टास्क नाही आहे, तर फक्त मल्टिप्लिकेशन करतोय मी. नथिंग इज न्यू आय एम डुइंग हियर. Just I am multiplying the outside bracket term into the inside bracket term. Proper concentration is required for multiplying the signs as well as the powers again. Okay. Now, what is the next step? Step 6. Step 6 is what? What is step 6?
Finding filter coefficients.
Finding the filter coefficients, causal filter coefficients, right? That means Let's write it. Finding the causal filter coefficients. अभी कोई बताएंगे मुझे कि what are the coefficients are there? Like let us write the step 6 as causal filter coefficients. Filter coefficients. So what are those? What you can write? We have to write it as h of 1,
0,
h of 1 or h of 0,
0, sir.
h of 2, h of 3, h of 4. Then this equals to h of 5. Okay. Then h of 1 के लिए क्या रहेगा? h of 9, h of 8, h of 7 and then h of 6. बराबर?
नहीं सर.
नहीं?
h of 0 is equal to
H of 0
h
आएगा
of
ना?
8 आएगा सर. h of 1 is equal to h of 7.
एक minute. So what we are writing here is the filter coefficients we are writing. Okay. So we are starting with h of 0.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me write it once again. So we are writing first is h of 0 will be equals to h of 9. Then
8,
h of
sir.
1. So
h of 0 is equal to h of 8.
highest is 8 or 9?
8.
8. Okay. H of 0 equals to it is h of 8. Then h of 1 equals to h of 7. H of 2 equals to h of 6. H of 3 is equals to h of 5. And it is h of 4. Last value. So what is the value h of 0? Is equals to क्या वैल्यू है उसका?
0.0689.
0.0689. Then
0.
0. Then
Minus 0.137.
minus 0.137. Then
Minus 0.2756.
0.275. And h of 4 is
0.667.
0.667. Okay. So this is our step 6. Any difficulty here?
No, sir.
So in batch 2, who have not attended the previous lecture, can anyone give me the response? 36 is there? Who is 36? Roll number 36. 37.
Yes, sir.
Have you understood these steps, madam?
Yes, sir.
No problem.
No problem. जर आला तर मी विचारतो परत.
हो नक्की मॅडम. आता काय डिफिकल्टी नाही ना?
नाही आता नाही.
38. 38 is there? बघा फक्त लॉग इन करून गायब होते ते लोक. I don't know what you people are going to achieve on this part. 41.
Yes, sir.
Any problem मैडम? Any question? सिर्फ आप लोगों
No,
के
sir.
लिए एग्जांपल ले रहा हूं मैं, बैच 2 के लिए. Specifically for batch 2 I am taking this example today. It is just a repetition for batch 1. 42.
तो ट्रंकेटिंग द व्हॅल्यू नाही समजा.
मग आता मी आधी कुठल्या भाषेमध्ये विचारलं होतं मॅडम क्वेश्चन तुम्हाला? तुमच्याकडून क्वेश्चन्स काय येत नाही मला तेच कळत नाही. तर मी विचारल्यावरच तुम्ही सांगणार. काय कळालं नाही त्याच्यामध्ये सांगा मला तुम्ही. So what is the formula we have written? We have written h of n is equals to hd of n. ठीक है, hd of n for magnitude n less than or equals to n minus 1 by 2. ठीक है, तो hd of n का वैल्यू क्या आया था आपका? 42. आर यू देयर? हाँ, hd of n का वैल्यू क्या आया था?
sin pi n minus sin pi by 3n divided by pi n.
Okay, sin pi n sin
Minus
pi by 3
n
n divided by
pi n.
pi n वैल्यू आया था, और ये मैग्नीट्यूड वैल्यू n का भी लेस देन आर इक्वल्स टू 4 हो गया. ठीक है, तो फर्स्ट हमने एट n इक्वल्स टू 0 वैल्यू कैलकुलेट की है. वो समझ में आया आपको कैसे कैलकुलेट किया मैंने?
Yes sir.
ठीक है, उसके बाद एच ऑफ 1 कैलकुलेट किया हमने. एच ऑफ 1 में क्या है? सिंपली इसका वैल्यू क्या है आपका? एट n इक्वल्स टू 0 वी गॉट एच ऑफ n इक्वल्स टू 0.66. ठीक है, एच ऑफ 1 अगर कैलकुलेट करना है तो ये इक्वेशन में आपको 1 सब्स्टिट्यूट करना है. तो क्या आएगा? साइन पाई इंटू 1 माइनस साइन पाई बाई 3 इंटू 1 डिवाइडेड बाई पाई. तो ये वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करो, आपको इसका वैल्यू आएगा.
Yes sir.
ठीक है,
Got it.
कहाँ लगा था?
Yes sir.
Likewise, you have to calculate for all the values h of 2, h of 3 आणि h of 4. असं n चे व्हॅल्यू तुम्हाला व्हेरी सबस्टिट्यूट करत तिथे व्हॅल्यूज कॅल्क्युलेट करायचा आहे. नाउ अंडरस्टूड?
Yes sir.
For others, any problem here again? Can I move to the next step?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now let's go to the next part. What is our next step? Step 7. What is our step 7? Step 7 क्या है?
Frequency response.
Calculate the frequency response using what formula? What is the formula we are having to calculate the frequency response? H of
H of e power j omega is equal to
h of e power j omega is equals to summation n equals to 0 to n minus 1 by 2 a of n cos omega n, where the value of a of 0 is what? What is a of 0?
h of n minus 1 by 2.
H of n minus 1 by 2. And what about the value of a of n?
2h n minus 1 by 2 minus 1. N,
N
sorry.
minus 1 by 2 minus n it is. Okay. So now if you calculate for this value first, so what is the answer I will get? I will get it is a of 0 is equals to, it is h of 4 which will be equals to, क्योंकि n मैं यहाँ पे 9 substitute कर रहा हूँ, 9 minus 1 it is again 8 divided by 2. So h of 4, the value is again how much?
0.66.
Is 0.66. So likewise you just calculate here a of 1, a of 2, a of 3 and a of 4. Just calculate these values. So if you first calculate 2h of 4 minus 1, this is 2h of 4 minus 2. This is 2h of 4 minus 3. This is 2h of 4 minus 4 again. कितना वैल्यू आएगा यहाँ पे?
minus 0.55.
Is minus 0.55 for A1. What about A2?
Minus 0.274.
Minus 0.274. Huh.
0.
It is 0. Then A4.
0.137.
0.137. Okay. So now how we are calculating the frequency response? कैसा कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं? We know these values now. So now we can expand the above equation this way. I can expand it. The value as h of e power j omega is equals to, if I expand this, I will write it as summation n equals to 0 to 4 a of n cos omega n, or this can be written as a of 0 first part cos 0 plus then again a of 1 cos omega plus a of 2 cos 2 omega plus a of 3 cos 3 omega, then plus a of 4 cos 4 omega. I am just expanding that part. So which will be equals to, what we will write? We'll write that the value of a of 0 is how much? Is 0.66 and cos 0 is 1 plus a of 1 is, it is minus 0.55 cos omega. Then a of 2 is again minus 0.274 is cos 2 omega. Then A3 is 0. Then plus 0.137 cos 4 omega. Let's call it as equation 3. Okay. Understood this step?
Yes, sir.
Any problem here?
No, sir.
What is the next step? What is the next step?
Table calculate कर.
Table draw करना है हमें अभी, right? So we need to draw the table. So how do you draw the table? We are varying the value of omega from 0 to pi. We are varying that. So you just vary the value of omega from 0 to pi it is. So you need to calculate the values here. So first we are writing omega, then h of e power j omega, and then magnitude h of e power j omega. Writing it is magnitude h of e power j omega in dB. Just go on substituting the values here and calculate the values. कर सकते हैं इसको. First you substitute for 0, then 10, then 20, likewise up to 80, 90, so 120, or lastly Up to 180 you can take, or else you can take the any maximum values such that you will get the graph correctly. Can you do this part?
Yes, sir.
This calculation part, you just do it and complete the graph. And tomorrow, randomly, I may ask to anyone to present that graph. Okay? Any confusion here? In designing low pass
No,
filter
sir.
as well as high pass filter? So tomorrow, maybe I'm going to start with the new topic, like how to design an FIR filter with different windowing techniques. So that we will understand by tomorrow's lecture. Now you can put your presentee. बहुत सारे लोग प्रेजेंटी लगा के भी होंगे, उसके लिए क्या बोलना गरज भी नहीं है ना? So if anyone is having the questions, you may ask. We have another 1-2 minutes to discuss.